Welcome back, guys. Today I've got something a bit extra special. Forgive me, but it's not something I'm going to be able to demo to you because these are not working units. But I picked up a pair of JBL USA made HP 580 speakers. Let's give you a quick rundown of what they look like. Got a pair of it. Nice JBL embleming at the bottom with a bit of a gloss finish. You can see the grill attached to it. These are quite special speakers in the way that they were made, because they got this hexagonal type of box shape to it, which is quite unique in my opinion. These are quite old speakers, and as you can see, the reason why they're not playable is because the foam surrounds of the bass drivers in particular have degraded over time, and that's just due to the material that are used to make these. But you can easily buy foam surrounds to get them redone. But there we go. These speakers look like a simple three-way array tower type of design, but there's a little bit more to it, and maybe the top grille may hint as to something else going on within the unit. You can see there's a tri-laminar layer of glass at the top, but let's go through some of the audio bits that make up the speaker. As you can see, it's the JBL HP 580 made in California, and you can see they've got a pure titanium JBL tweeter at the top, mixed up with a mid-range driver, which is approximately, I would say approximately 11 centimeters in diameter, and not a lot of reflex on that cone there. And you've got a bass driver at the bottom, which is an 8-inch bass driver, 20 centimeters. Fairly somewhat decent reflex on that cone. I'm sure it'll have better once it's been reformed and refurbished. But to give you an idea of the design of these speakers, as you can see there, it's got this flat surface at the top and this hexagonal, if you want to call it hexagonal, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagonal, maybe a 7-sided shape with the front baffle being the longest design to it. Nice glass finish to it. Unfortunately, it is prone to some damage at the tips if you're not looking after them very carefully. But importantly, and I'll give you a hint as to what's going on, you can see inside there you've got a conical sort of dispersion power port like design that is hiding a bass port inside. Now, before you think that that bass driver is actually connected to that bass port, think again. If you look at some of the online literature available for these type of speakers, these three drivers end up have a separate sort of enclosure within the big unit, so they are completely sealed within it. And trust me, I've opened it up and I've had a look inside that, and that top layer is completely sealed. At the back of the box, you've got another chamber that runs all the way through, probably about midway to the unit, and you have a baffle. Inside that baffle, you've got an 8-inch driver facing downwards and an active 8-inch driver facing from the bottom to the top. So dual 8-inch, if I'm not mistaken, or perhaps even 10-inch, I didn't get a chance to measure them, drivers inside the box itself, and that's what actually feeds and comes out through that top power port. The speaker grills are wooden made with a bit of fabric, acoustic transparent fabric, and those are the speaker pins that fit in that, and that's the drivers on this other unit. I would love to hear these speakers if there's anyone able to refurbish them. Unfortunately, this is a bit beyond my expertise, but I'll give you a quick look at what's available at the bottom of these speakers. You can see the speaker binding posts at the bottom. Odd that this unit is missing the feet, because you know all the weight and pressure is going to go onto that dial and knob. The room compensation switch is what it's called, and you can dial down the mid to either 0, -3 or -6 decibels. So a very, very interesting design from JBL. Absolutely mad type of design and thought that went into the planning of this type of speaker, which is why JBL is quite a popular and well sought after brand. So glad I had a chance to get a hold of these speakers, if at all just for the look at how these things were designed back in the day. And yeah, feel free to leave comments and subscribe. Thank you very much.